Lexington police say a driver killed 3 people after going down the interstate the wrong way last night.
And police say the driver who caused this fiery crash was driving under the influence. And records show she has a lengthy criminal history, including 4 DUIs. LEX 18's Carolina Buchek has more in tonight's Big Story at 5.
Investigators spent hours out on I-75 trying to reconstruct this accident to learn what exactly happened. And Lexington police say this fiery crash had many layers to it. They say it started off as a police chase in Clark County, ended up with a person going down the interstate the wrong way, a big crash, and 3 people dead. And this all happened around 10:15 last night. Lexington police say this started because deputies and officers in Winchester saw a Ford F-150 driving fast and swerving across several lanes. When they tried to pull the truck over, the driver wouldn't stop, so they followed her into Lexington. Police say the driver, 42-year-old Tammy Rodriguez, then merged from I-64 West to I-75 North, made an abrupt U-turn, and started driving in the wrong direction. But police say she didn't make it far before she hit 2 cars. First, it was a head-on crash with a Chevy Sonic. Then, she hit a Jeep, causing it to roll over. And in this mess, 6 people were involved. 3 were killed. Police say both the driver and the passenger in the Chevy Sonic were killed. They are 26-year-old Taylor Denise Blevins and 20-year-old Caitlin Danielle Bailey from Georgetown. In the truck, 1 passenger died, 35-year-old Debbie Lynn Bevins of Pikeville. The other passenger was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. In the Jeep, police say the driver was hurt but is expected to survive. Now, as far as the driver of the pickup goes, police say she was hurt but is okay. And right now, police believe she was driving either drunk or on drugs or both.
The driver did show signs of impairment. Whether it was alcohol or drugs, I'm not going to speak to right now. We did draw blood after her arrest, and the toxicology reports are pending at this time.
And depending on those reports, more charges could come. But right now, Rodriguez is in trouble for a DUI and driving without a license. She also faces other charges in Clark County. In Lexington, Carolina Buchek, LEX 18 News.
That fatal wreck on I-75 last night was still blocking traffic during this morning's commute and lasted well into the morning. Claire Kopsky was out on the roads and has more about the problem drivers faced as we continue our LEX 18 Big Story team coverage.
This accident rerouted drivers through Lexington, causing locals and travelers to sit in hours of traffic. I-75 was shut down around the time the accident happened last night, about 10:15 p.m. At least one of the 3 passenger cars involved in the crash caught fire and caused all northbound lanes to be shut down from mile marker 110 to mile marker 113. That shutdown lasted into this morning's commute, rerouting interstate drivers off at exit 110 onto Winchester Road, then onto New Circle, all the way to Broadway, where drivers could then finally get back on the interstate. For hours, semi after semi and passenger cars turned off the highway to start the trek on the reroute option. For local Lexingtonians who didn't have an alternative route out of the Hamburg and Winchester Road area, they too had to sit in the traffic. Meanwhile, Lexington police had a reconstruction unit on the scene investigating the crash. Tow truck drivers were also there on the scene cleaning up the mess. Lexington police placed detour signs and were out on the roads manning traffic lights in an attempt to keep the traffic flowing. In total, the interstate was shut down for nearly 12 hours as the scene was not cleared until just after 10 o'clock this morning. In Lexington, Claire Kopsky, LEX 18 News.